All right, guys, we are out here and running today. This is Friday. I got the day off. I was still, like I told you, I was going to take a couple Fridays off here, get some long weekends in, get some rides in, get caught up. So we are out here today on the Lectric XPeak 2.0, and I am going down the rail trail. I am trying to hit another trail that I noticed. So I got that trail forks, and I noticed another trail off the rail trail that, I don't know, I think by the time I'm done, I'm gonna be like 45 miles or so. So we'll see if I can find it. I gotta go quite a ways down the rail trail to start with, and then I can get on the other rail trail. So the other rail trail is gonna go way south and then head back north after I get down quite a bit. And I figured this was the perfect bike to head out on because I can battery this thing up. I'm sitting here with a bunch of amp hours on this thing. I could even put more on it if I wanted to, but we've got plenty. Real windy day today, but once we get in a rail trail, we'll probably be in better condition here. A lot of people on the road today. It is motorcycle week up here. Been a quiet motorcycle week though. They're certainly not going up there like they used to. So still looking at bikes online, trying to figure out, you guys know of any, so like, I don't want a moped style. I'm looking at the different, all these bikes though, they're so far out, it's like no one's got stock on them. They're all want to come in August. I got word from Wyatt, I'll be lucky to get my bike in August. They're saying maybe by the end of this month it'll be shipped on the ship, and then you're looking at 25 to 30 days to get that over here. It's got to go through customs, get it off the boat. So you're looking at the end of August. I mean, the end of July. So by the time you get it shipped to me, it's going to be August, the first week, second week of August. How you doing? Thank you. That's what everybody does in a rail trail. When there's more than one, they just walk wide, talking to each other. I get it. That's why it's nice to have the little bell. So yeah, so the wired bike puppy, I don't know. I was texting with Joel today. He said that his bikes, the two bikes that are coming over here so that we have them on the ground over here, should be on the plane now or soon. Still gotta get the batteries over here. I was really hoping to have that wired bike here so that we could compare it to the wired bike, because again, it's another 72 volt bike with that 2000 watt motor on it, but one's got a Bafang motor and one's got the, what's the other one there? The hang tie. Well, I don't know which one's better, you know. People want to believe the hang tie is, but who knows? No one knows yet. There's none of those 72 volt bikes over here. How you doing? So once they start getting over here, then we'll find out which motors are better. But we do have, the bike I ordered will have two 1500 watt hang tie motors on it. And so that one, and Joel said that one's coming along. So the manufacturers told him, I mean, like, the frames will be in next week. And then they've got everything to start putting those things together, and they're gonna go to paint right away. Again, this is what we're being told. So maybe let's hope 2 weeks in production after next week, which will put us halfway through next month. 30 days on the ocean, we'll be getting them in August. It is what it is. I don't know what else we can do. Yeah, windy today, but it's nice. Tomorrow's gonna be hot and humid, so figure I get this one in today. I rode last year when it was 90 plus, didn't bother me. As long as I was moving, I get that breeze across me and it feels nice. All right, let's cross this road, got all these trees that I can't see around. I really should come down here with the my hedge trimmers and cut that thing back for people. I said fun getting across there, I just went for it. So Pucker Puppy was supposed to be sending me a bike. I got another email from him that was exactly like the first one and said, hey, do you want this bike? And I was like, yeah, I already answered you. So I don't know what's going on there. I will be reaching out to him again next week maybe my emails aren't getting through, so I'll start a new thread and put them through in a different thread, because I don't want to miss out on a pucker puppy. And it's the Beagle ST, which is step through, and it's the 2. Basic bike, 26-inch fat tire bike, kind of basic, but it's only $11.99. So hydraulic brakes and stuff, so it ought to be a decent bike for $1,200. But yeah, any bikes you guys know of? So I was looking at the Lectric bike. It's a kind of an odd looking thing. It's the something Hawk, Firehawk, or something like that. Again, not until August, the middle of August, will they ship. But that's another 72 volt bike. Got a lot of camera equipment with me again today. Don't know if I use it. Last time I brought it, I didn't pull it out, but I did pull it out on that trike ride, which you guys didn't see because that was on the trike channel. It's nice having this dry through here. This is a mud bowl. Got the Garmin out here today so we can track what's going on. This will give me an accurate reading of everything GPS-wise. The speed is quite different from what the bike says, I can tell you that. I've never checked this thing with the GPS. I could care less, you know. I know other people are worried they want to get their full 28 miles an hour out of it, but I don't really care. Even the range test, I don't do range tests. Everybody's range test is going to be different depending on the conditions. I run my tires hard, people run them soft, and they yell at me because their mileage is off compared to what I said or something. It's just not worth doing that. Today's not bad. Today is 3:22. There'll be a ton I'll have to cut out of this video to cut it down to 30 minutes or so. You guys don't have to watch the full 30 minutes. You can if you want. There are a lot of people that do watch the whole thing. There's other people that watch just a little bit of it. It really doesn't matter. As long as you watch a little bit of it. And subscribe to the channel. I got a lot of, I got questions coming in from, I got a guy reached out to me, email, says I watch your channel, subscribe to it, and he's from Portugal, and wants to know if Meet One will sell a bike to him over there, and if he pays to have it shipped. I'm gonna reach out to Meet One and see what they say about that. I don't know whether they want to get involved or they have the means to do that. And I get a lot of Canadians up there. I mean, you guys are right across the border from me, so neighbors anyways. But I do have a lot of Canadians. And I appreciate you guys. More people out here today than I thought would be out here. Sometimes I'm gonna take one of those side trails. But a lot of grass and stuff. Don't want to get ticks either. I got a stick. Hopefully I got rid of it. Stick came up in the chain. Coming through on your left. But yeah, I definitely want to get out here and ride. You guys are going to be sick and tired of all the ride videos, but I'm going to be doing ride videos because I want to get out here this year and ride. I didn't get to ride that much last year because of my hernia issues, which I'm not going to get into because that was last year's topic. So, but I'm definitely going to get out here and ride. I'm going to get out here and ride every chance I can get. Hopefully we're going to throw the bike on the back of the car, head out to some new trails. I want to do that maybe tomorrow too. I don't know. Nothing's carved in stone where I'm going tomorrow. Guess it all depends on what it looks like out, how hot it is. If I go, there's a trail up by the ocean. That'll be cooler up there. Like I said, we got a ways to go down here, further than we've ever gone before. Well, if that's not true, because I've gone way down here in the past. Well over a year ago. And I went all the way to the end of this when you couldn't go any further. There's actually railroad tracks that cut across this way, so you can't go, and it's an active railroad. And that's, believe it or not, I'm within 10 miles of the ocean when I get to the end of this thing. So it's a good ride. It's 32 miles north. I'm thinking about different camera angles and stuff that I could do to make this more interesting. I want to be able to, when I look over, I want you guys to be able to see what I see. So I got some things I'm looking into on that. One is the Ray-Ban Meta glasses with the camera built into it. So I'm going to check those out. Going to the eye doctor next Saturday, not this coming Saturday. And they got them. I checked into it. So I'm gonna see about that. So it only does 3 minutes at a time. So I have to keep hitting the thing every 3 minutes, but that's probably good enough. And the other thing I think it would be awesome for is when I'm doing stuff in the garage, and now when I'm looking at the brakes or whatever, you guys will be able to see it. The bad thing is it's the portrait style video. So the it's, I don't know what it is, 1120 or whatever. So that's going to cut my videos down to HD, because in a minute you enter anything in with that lower than 4K, it drops the whole video down. How you doing? I don't know. I guess it's a good trade-off. There's a lot of guys out there that are still doing just high definition, and for the most part no one knows, but I do know I have a lot of people watching TVs, and believe it or not, they give you statistics on that. It's over 50% of you guys are watching on TVs. How you doing? So yeah, it's better than 50%. It's like 55%, 56, something like that. So that's why I do try to keep it in the 4K quality. But when I'm doing that, I don't know, it's not going to be that often. It may screw me up on a ride, so I'm thinking about another thing, because I don't want to have that happen on a ride. I want everything to be awesome. But I am thinking possibly with that full face helmet that I have, maybe mounting the camera on the front, or I've been thinking about, watching a lot of these guys, they're running like a dirt bike helmet, and they got a camera up in the front. I may do that. I don't know. I don't love having that much around my head, but it's safer, so I don't know. Speaking of which, a lot of people fell off their bikes this week. I saw it on a lot of the Facebook things. A lot of people all scraped up, and their heads whacked around, and they're all buying helmets now. So I guess good lesson to learn from somebody else. Don't find out yourself. That's why I always got my helmet on. Might not be full face, but at least it's a helmet. I also wear pants. Other guys wear shorts. I don't know. I've fallen enough times to know that if you got pants on, you tend to not be as scraped up. I used to ride motorcycles, and I'm not going to say I did it all the time, but I used to have the armored coats on. I mean, if you had to put a coat on, why not have the armor in it? So, but you go out there in the summer and it's 95 degrees out, you don't want to have a coat on with a bunch of armor, so I don't anyways. And I had the netting stuff too, but it's still sweaty. Coming through on your left. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, this thing's probably getting the most rides this year so far, but it's an awesome all-around bike, and it's good on the trails. And obviously, we beat it down some other trails. I've been looking at some of these rear hub motor, the bigger ones. Number one would be that Lectric bike. It has a, I don't know what the wattage is on it, but that thing's got a pretty good sized motor on the back of it. It's a hub motor, and they're a company that deals with mid-drives mostly, and they're saying this thing is a mid-drive killer. So I was thinking about it. It's kind of an odd looking bike. I'd probably get the step through, because I'm trying to get step throughs versus, the ones with the bars on it, just because I fit on it better. They are by no means, I mean, this step through is pretty solid, but it's not 100%. This thing got a shake to it a little bit. So again, I got weight on the back too, though. I got another battery pack sitting on that thing, so that's adding to it, and I know that. I'm not complaining about it. All these bikes do it. Some worse than others, though. I mean, you get rear suspension on there, well, that's even more problems with that, because you got so much movement in it. So how you doing? So this thing, the rear motor, sounds like it's got a little bit of a whine to it, only at certain speeds. I noticed that the other one was doing it too, the XP4. A little growly. I had another creator call me, and he said, oh, the damn motor's growling, and I don't know if it's that big of an issue. I do have a brand new motor, if it was an issue, I could put on that. I mean, one called Lectric and they'd fix it anyways, but I don't know. I don't think it's an issue. Again, it's quiet right now. It was just a certain speed. We noticed, me and Lance noticed it when we were riding these down in Arizona too, that it had a little bit of noise. That Expedition's got the same motor on it, and we didn't hear it on that. But that thing, I don't know, that one rides different for sure. That XP4 rides a lot like the One bike. The geometry is very similar too, so I definitely get that. All right, I don't want to hit these tunnels, so I think I'm going to go around these tunnels because I'm on a 26-inch bike and I don't really feel like dealing with it. I'm going to get up in the road for a little bit. A lot of apartments and condos and stuff going in up here, rental property type things. Yeah, these kids, I know my kids, they don't want to buy a house anymore. They want to rent for the rest of their lives. They don't think it's worth buying because of all the money you got to put back into your house that they see. You know, they saw me putting money into my house. Two of my kids, when I had to replace the heating system and it was $20,000+, was like, oh my God, Dad. And what are you going to do? And you know, that was just for the main unit in the cellar. The pipes are all there and everything. Crazy money. But I'll tell you, when I had that thing done, company got out there, they did it, they got it done, they got out of there, and they pulled in one day. I think I had 5 trucks there at one point. Electrician, plumbers, and you know, people that take the old stuff away, and they had it, their act together. A lot of these other companies are like, okay, we'll be out in 2 weeks for an estimate. It's like, dude, I don't have any hot water. I don't have any heat. I mean, I got a pellet stove, so it's a non-issue there, but. What are you doing out of work? You get out of work early?
Huh?
I said, you get out of work early?
I don't work on Friday.
Oh, you don't?
No, I only work 4 days a week. Is that the 4.0?
No, this is the XPeak. This is the 26-inch. The other one is a 20-inch.
That's a big bastard, huh? I know, I look every night to see what your video is, the latest one that came up.
So
and I saw that one, you know, but hey, good for you. Good for you. If you can do it, you know, and you're what, 62?
I'll be 65 in August, so I'm
65.
almost 65. So.
Okay, so at 65, there's not many guys that can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you stop and think about it, Gary, a lot of guys after 62, 63, they've already got the death sentence in their face.
But you know what? I tell people all the time, if you watch my videos, you know I say, get off the couch, get out there.
You gotta move.
Lotion is lotion. That's what's going to keep you alive. You know what? My mother got out there, she walked every freaking day. She lived to 92 years old. All right, we stopped for a minute to talk there. So that's the guy that bought the trike, which should be getting it soon. Now, I believe there's a trail here, and I might try to go down it. If I can find it, to get back on the rail trail here. I'm looking for it now. There it is, I bet. I keep telling my wife we can take the bikes up here. And she's like, yeah, right. Yeah, I stopped to talk to him. He says, that's like another 20 miles to get up to where you're going. I said, yeah, I don't know if it's 20 miles, but we'll find out. We were about at 8 then, so we'll check it out. See, there's that plastic fender noise. Like I said, it's a different noise. Isn't necessarily quiet. It's nice going through here. I always look out there. I expect to see some, I don't know, some creature out there. Maybe a moose or something, but nope, I never see it. I'll be very disappointed we get down to the end of this thing if I can't find that trail. It's a little rocky in this section here. So I said the last ride I did, I said, do your kids ever, text you back? She did text me back and said that she would love for me to pick her up someday and so we could head down to the rail trail. So looking forward to that. She's a good sport, so she'll probably be on camera. And we can do a ride. We got our, almost up to where we did the walk around on the, what we ride? We're riding the juice bike. So the stepsister of this bike. So I bought a new backpack. I'm going to try to run a backpack on these bikes. Way there, I don't have to keep moving stuff from pannier to pannier to bag. I was on the Lectric, and I had a backpack on, and I didn't even know it was there, to tell you the truth. So all my fears of having one of those on my back might not be terrible. So I bought one that's designed for biking. It's a little on the smaller side. And I'm gonna set that thing up, and maybe I can just move it from bike to bike. Even if just the stuff's all in that bag that I need, and I wanna run a pannier and I don't wanna put that on, I can just drop the whole thing in a pannier bag. Bruce, there's some horse poo on the trail here. And there's the water, guys. That's where we did. I told you in the summer they're out here swimming. There's people in there now swimming. So it's been a while, I think, since we've been up this far. I think the last time I came up this far with you guys, we were on the trikes and my wife was with me. Yeah, I'm looking at the rocks up on the side here, just gorgeous. I'm gonna go off the trail here. I always want to get up and climb around on those rocks. So yeah, let's go back to that Lectric. Different looking bike, full suspension on it. Rear hub motor, big powerful one. I don't know if it's the 2000 watt or what it is. I think it is, because I think it's advertised at 3000 peak, where those 2000 peak are pushing 5000 watts, so at peak. So I'm thinking it's probably more like a 1500, but they're feeding at the 72 volts, which is giving it some giddy up and go. Yeah, it was definitely, I thought about getting that bike too. So it's not a bad price. It's $22,400, something like that. So it's a possibility. I just don't like the fact that it wants to come in August. I'm going to end up with all these bikes coming in August, and my season will be wrapping up. I mean, not wrapping up, but I mean, it's back to school and everything changes at that point. We'll buy a nice body of water out here. You know, I turn like that all the time, but you guys really can't see. That's why I want to have something where I turn my head, I look at something, you guys will be looking at what I'm looking at. I'm working on it. I'm gonna get some jet skis in the water over here. I had a jet ski. They're fun. You know what isn't fun though? When you got a jet ski and you got, 3 or 4 kids, and they all want you to sit behind them so that they can run it around. I spend the whole day on the jet ski in back of a kid, and that was one of the reasons why I ended up selling it and getting a boat, and should have kept the jet ski. It was fun. We got another 72 volt bike coming into the playground here, which is that Magician bike. I mean, it's in the market for the right price right now. They claim they're going up, but I bet you they don't. I would like to get a rear hub like this, but full suspension bike. I had the mid-drives, which are good, but I think the rear hub also would be awesome on these, some of these rougher trails. And I'd like to try it. I mean, a lot of people say it's better, so I kind of want to compare the two. I'll tell you though, you get used to going on the full suspension, you get on a bike like this, a little bit rougher. Old train station here. Looks like they sell ice cream there on weekends or something. Well, I did at one point. So I was looking at bikes. Anybody ever look at that hay bike that, I think it's called a Hero? It's a carbon fiber frame. It's a mountain bike. I was looking at that one too. I probably could work a deal with hay bike. That guy likes me. It's a mid-drive. I'm kind of interested. It's like I said, it's a strange looking bike. Carbon fiber? I don't know. Depends on, I guess, what I could get it for. And I've already got 2 mid-drives, and I'm pretty happy with the Lectric bike as far as trail riding. That's why I was thinking about that Firehawk with the larger rear hub motor in it. So I'll have those studded snow tires for the winter. I got to figure out what bike I'm going to run those things on. I wonder if my all-wheel drive bike coming in, my Mountaineer, If that thing would be good with studded, they suck when they don't have studs. I can tell you that. The front tire just spins out from under you. But that bike, we're going to be able to control how much power is going to the each motor, so we could tune it down a little bit. You know, if we put, I don't know, in the winter, say only 30% of the front wheel, you'd still have all-wheel drive. There goes the bunny. Saturday's ride I got to do. Tomorrow's Saturday. I got 2 videos that I've been editing, rides. And I don't know, this one might end up being Saturday's ride, but I'd have to do a lot of editing. Definitely at some point I'm going to have to stop the bike, walk around a little bit. You know, when you get out there for a while, you got to kind of walk off the ride a little bit. I feel it's getting to be about that time where I got to walk it off a little bit. We're going to be at 20 miles here pretty soon. We're over 19 now. I mean, today I thought maybe this ride was going to be around 40. Thinking it's going to be probably more. I mean, this is a torque sensor bike, so I'm pedaling. I'm working at it a little bit. I'll feel it tonight, like I said. I mean, that's, if I turn around now, I'd be 40 miles. So we've been out here for an hour 49, but again, I stopped to chat for quite a while, so I still want to do that trail one of these days. It's 50 something miles one way, 50 something miles the other, so we'll be 100 miles. Almost at 21 miles right now. I think I could do the whole thing in probably 8 hours. Yeah, we're there. So I gotta find this trail now. And here's, looks like the map. And you know what? That trail might be right over here. Yep, it is. Nice. Gotta have another sip of water here. So we haven't touched the battery bar yet. Well, we're sitting with 20 hours of battery in here. We got 20 hours of battery in there, 48 volt, 20 hours. We're sitting with 20 in the tube down there, and we're sitting with 18 on the tube there. So we got quite a bit of battery here. And I can put another at least 14 in that pack. I get all these 72 volt bikes, and I'm gonna have to get 72 volt batteries too, so if I want to battery the things up like this one. So this is I think it's a rail trail, but looks different. Looks more like a trail, but definitely right next to the highway here. And usually rail trails don't have these ups and downs in them, but I don't care. Go through this tunnel. This one's a little bit better than a lot of tunnels we go through. Well, sorry for the noise, guys. This definitely can't be a rail trail, not with all these corners in it. This could be a rail trail, but regardless, I like it. Another trail I found. Like I said, I am blessed with all these trails that I have access to, and I know it, and I'm going to enjoy them, and I'm hoping to go down in an area where I have this. I would like to be near the mountains when we go down south. I don't know, West Virginia, North Carolina. I was talking to Dave. He said, you know, you're so good at this stuff. You should open up a bike shop. I said, I don't want another job though. I wouldn't mind doing, you know, maybe bike rentals or bike tours maybe. I don't know. Some sort of a structure was over there. Nice old, probably an old bridge. Probably a road went through there or something. I like being, you know, this part of the country's old, so we got a lot of old structures, a lot of old roads out here. We don't have any rattlesnakes. Not really. It's not unheard of to find one, but we used to have a lot of rattlesnakes up here, but they hunted them to extinction. Believe it or not, I used to look at town records and stuff, and a lot of the deaths in these areas were from rattlesnake bites. So they hunted them out. They put a bounty on them, and people went and hunted the things out. But I heard they're maybe starting to make a comeback. Now you got to say one thing. I mean, if we go on the beginning of the rail trail Down in the city, we meet a lot of people, but we haven't seen too many people lately. I'm the only guy out here. You saw my pack when my battery was open. You might have seen what was next to the battery. There's been a horse through down here. Bruce, more horse poop. Lots of wetlands in here. Horse poop. I was just reading an article online about New York City used to have a problem with horse poop. There was manure all over the roads down there, and they used to have to shovel it to the side. And then they'd have to dispose of it all. So, I forget what they said. The average horse poops out, I don't know, 30 pounds of poop a day or something. Don't see a lot of bike marks on this, so I don't think it's a popular trail for biking. I haven't seen a lot of anything on this trail, so it's like I'm about to come out to a building here. Yeah. Horse barn there. It's like I'm driving into somebody's yard here. Do I know where I am? No idea. Yes, I do. So this is the trail that I used to go on with my ATVs. Yeah, we used to come down here on the ATVs with the kids. I had 3 of them. See, this is getting a little loose in here, but it's because all these ATVs are loosening it up. It's okay, we'll just hit the throttle. It'll pretend we're a motorcycle for a while. I think we finally are down a battery bar. We're almost at 27 miles though. These guys are waving at me. I can't get regular bikers to wave. Every single one of these motorcycle guys has waved at me. ATV riders. Thank God for blue wind seats though. Oh, this is a throttle zone in here. Kind of sandy. Knocked down that battery bar again, but all right, it got better. Yeah, this is not ideal for pedaling through. There we go. Solid up again. Throttle through here again. So we are almost 30 miles, guys. And right now, we're still not a battery bar down, as you can see. All right, guys, you know what? While we're here, let's take a break. Let's take a look at this thing. Here, we're starting in the back here. We got my, look at this thing. I got a bagger today, so I got bags all over the place. We got nice coverage on this rear fender here. We got those nice Allscape tires on that. These things are awesome, guys. Allscape tires are nice. So again, electric all-wheel, hit him up and get those tires. They come with tubes. They come with the tools to put them on. They're come in a pair, and I forget what it is. It's not a lot of money though. I think it's like 120 bucks for the pair with the tubes and the tool to put it on and everything. I threw some pedals on this thing. We've got a decent crank on this thing. This thing's geared out perfect. This thing is, I don't have to do anything to the gears on this. Of course, you got an 8-speed on it. We have an 11 on the bottom. We have a 32 or 4 on the top. Again, with the batteries, we got a 20 in the back. We have a 20 in the tube, and we have a 18 on the tube. So we're batteried out today. We got the beautiful seat on this thing. So guys, this is the most comfortable seat I've ever found. This is the Blue Wind seat. Comes in different colors. This one's the black one. And again, I'm running the Suntour suspension seat post on this thing. So let me show you the action on this thing. So can you see that? It goes back every time the seat goes down, and that's very, very comfortable. Like I said, they beefed up the frame on this thing. We've got Renegade suspension shocks on the front, and those are mountain bike rated. We have a through axle on this thing. We got, again, here's those tires. Take a look at those. Awesome. They're like motorcycle tires, guys. We got a 203 rotor on the front, hydraulic brakes on it. I threw some different grips on it just to be more comfortable. I like to palm the thing. I put these mirrors on them. I like these mirrors, guys. I run a lot of them on my bikes, and they're easy to adjust and stuff. So you've got the 8-speed trigger shifter on this thing. This is what the screen looks like, and this is from my 360 that I haven't brought out yet. We are at 29.16 miles. We've been out here for 2.5 hours so far. And according to this, 1,215 calories have been burned. Average speed is 11.2. We got a lot of things on this thing too. So we've got the trip on this thing, which is, according to this, is 20 miles, which is because I shut the bike off when I stopped to talk to Dave. That's why. The voltage is at 50.1. So we've been an hour 43 since we left Dave's. And it's 143 miles on this bike right now. All right, guys, I've rested long enough. Yeah, so the trip on this bike drives me crazy. It resets. Every time you shut it off, it'll reset again. Look at this, guys. I got a little kid on one. I got to wave. Every one of those guys has waved at me. These guys are cool. I like that dad getting out there with his kid. See, even that kid's having a little hard time in the soft sand here. His dad's telling him, hit the throttle, hit the throttle. That's why I've been throttling it through this loose stuff. But I don't want to throttle too much because I don't know how much more we got to go to get home. And we're at over 30 miles now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sketchy here, sketchy, sketchy. Not ideal unless you're throttling. So if I throttle, and the problem is I'm pedaling and I'm throwing weight from side to side on the bike. So when you throttle, you can go straight. It's a lot easier. If you're pedaling, it's like down, 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 down. So it makes it hard. Again, another reason for faster bikes. No, stronger bikes. How's that? They don't have to be faster. They just got to be, they got to have the punch there when you need that punch. And I've recovered that battery bar, so that makes me feel good.
That thing's sweet, man.
Thank you. So I'm trying to contribute to the pedaling here a little bit more right now. Conserve on the battery. I gained that bar back. Now, like I said, I want to hit some different trails with you guys when I get the chance to do it. And we're going to be experimenting on all different kinds of trails. Like I said, you might get sick and tired of watching me ride. That's the bad thing, dust. It'll be interesting to see where this comes out. We'll find out, I guess. But I am going to be south of where I need to be. That's why I'm trying to conserve on the battery here a little bit. So we're coming up to a road, but I think we're going under the road. Well, this is the longest ride I've done in a while, as far as mileage goes. But like I said, that's why I like the battery these suckers up, so I can go for these longer rides and not be dead by the time I get home, because I pedaled full strength the entire time because I left it in pass 1. So we've been in pass 5 pretty much the entire time. But again, this is a torque sensor, so it's not using any more energy than what my pedaling is doing. That's the nice thing about torque sensor bikes. Really don't need pass levels in it. But the pass levels will limit it if you're trying to conserve and you get carried away, and you know, you got to keep looking at it. I mean, imagine if we were on a 20 amp hour battery, we'd be done by now. I mean, I'm sure they'll tell you, I don't know what they claim, 50 miles, 60 miles, whatever it is. That's in a perfect condition with a tiny little guy and no stopping and no starting and, you know, just going. And not only that, I know for a fact that they don't do it all in one day. So that battery gets to rest overnight and it will recover some. I mean, they might do their test. If they say 150 miles, let's say, on that expedition, probably did it over 3 days. They didn't do the 150 miles all in one day, I'll tell you that. Here we go with the loose dirt again. Here we go. And it's a good patch of it too, but I'm 2 bars down, so I'm trying to conserve, like I said. I don't want to have to call my son up and say, hey, grab my keys and come get me. So we are at almost 35 miles right now. Well, I hope sooner than later I come out to a road that I know what it is. At this point, I've just about had it with dirt trail. I would like to get on some pavement. Back to the crappy sand again. I definitely need a place to pull over and rest for a little bit again. Swallow down the last of my water. Another road. Hopefully we know where we are this time. Jesus, this rail trail just keeps going on and on and on. This doesn't look like any major road though. All right, guys, here we go at it again. I just pulled over, took a break, getting a little worn out here. We are almost 37 miles into this. I'm going to forge on here and hope that I got enough battery to make it. Here we are in the damn soft sand again. Come on. Not only that, it weighs on the bike too. As far as the motor and the power, I'm up to 600 watts trying to dig my way through this thing, as compared to like 300 just pedaling. So soft sand, you know, people, how far can you go? I don't know. What are you pedaling on? If it's soft sand, you're eating battery. We're getting there. Here goes with the damn soft sand again, and there's quite a bit of it. See how squirrely this stuff is, guys? Even that guy, he's got a motor, but he didn't want to wave at me. He gave me the nod. As you get that, you know, it's squirrely up on the handlebars here. Just ate another battery bar. Oh, man, this is freaking ridiculous. Into the rail trail for ATVs and bikes. Okay. They're going down the road over there. Would have been easier than driving on this, and it looked like it's going to come out over there anyways. No, I think I'm going to pedal down the road if it's going to follow the rail trail here. Make my life easier. All right, guys, we were at 40 miles. Phone says 14 miles till home. That's going to put me at 54 miles today. We're actually going to hit a paved rail trail at some point down here. We are at 43 miles, guys. And according to the GPS, we got 10 more miles to go. That puts us at 53 miles. Now, how many of you guys out there have gone out and rode 53 miles on a torque sensor bike? All right, guys, we are almost to the rail trail. And like I said, it's paved. It'll put me a little closer to home too. You doing? Well, we are down to half the battery, more than half the battery gone. And we are at 40, roughly 47 on the battery. And this thing won't shut off till about 43, 2. Over 50 miles, guys, in 4 hours, 11 minutes into this ride. And we have 1 red bar, 1 yellow bar, and 2 green bars left. Oh, now we're down to 2 green bars left. Or a yellow bar and a green bar. So we're knocking down the battery. All right, guys, we killed 2 batteries on the camera. And I'm out of storage room on the card. So I've switched over to camera storage. So I could put an ending on this thing for you guys. So we are presently at 53.4 miles. Gonna be, I don't know, at least 54 miles by the time I get home. This ride's getting old though. I'm tired. Well, I guess we're going to make it home on this battery. We are down. I'll let you know what the voltage is in 1 second. Let me get across this road and get going here. At 45.7 volts, so Still got a ways to go. You got to remember that this is coming off of 3 batteries too, so still got a lot of battery storage here. It's not just one battery that we're depleting. So now we're down to 1 red, a yellow, and a green battery. But the voltage is still around 46. I think it shuts off to about 42. All right, guys, this thing is doing okay. We're on the last stretch here. We are at 54.2 miles right now. So like I said, by the time I hit my garage, we'll be at 54.5 miles. Going to end this ride. And my legs are tired. They're burning, guys, after this ride. So if you don't think you get any exercise on an e-bike, you'd be wrong. But we've also been out here for 4.5 hours. And we did almost 55 miles. So guys, thanks for coming along with me. And we will catch up to you next Saturday. Guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way out if you haven't already. Thanks very much, guys. Have a great week. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching my video today. And if you are interested in buying a bike or something, please check with my affiliate links. That helps the channel out greatly. Again, guys, hit that like and subscribe on the way out. And thank you very much for watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you.